Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio, and we are back today to do the hashtag JJWorld25, which is the weekly challenge that I am hosting to explore our big, huge junk journal world out there and to explore the different countries that the makers are from and to make ephemera kind of represented each of the countries that I draw out of my little tin here. I will draw next week's at the end of this video, so you have about a week to get your stuff together for what you want to make. So far, we have done Spain and we have done Switzerland, and these are my two journal cards. This was Spain, and this was Switzerland. And this week we are doing Egypt. And so I have gone through my stash trying to find things that I could use to make my journal card for this week. And I have a few things. And I am using, if you have not seen the past two videos, I do have a playlist on my channel if you want to catch up. I'm using these old payroll index cards that were in a metal cabinet that my husband bought me for Christmas. And so I'm using up some stash to get rid of those. So today my focus is going to be one of the things that interests me most about Egypt, and that is, of course, the pyramids and the mummification process, and, you know, the beliefs and things like that of the Egyptian people, and also just how far advanced they were, in my opinion, as far as removing organs and building pyramids, you know, that kind of thing. Their construction techniques were, in my opinion, way ahead of where they should have been at the time. And the process that they used to build these big old pyramids is just amazing. As far as their mummification process, for the burial of their peoples. And I may have just glued that upside down. I did. See if I can get it off, since I did it with glue stick. And that kind of thing. So, I was so interested in it when I was younger that I thought at one time that I'd really like to be an archaeologist and be, you know, digging around and finding old things. And then as I got older, I figured out that they really did not make a lot of money doing that kind of thing, that they, you know, mostly survive on grants and things like that. And I also decided that I really didn't want to be in some foreign country away from my family for, you know, the kind of dedication that it would take to do that on any certain level. So I kind of altered my thought on that as I got a little bit older. But I always have enjoyed history in the past, and things like that. And it just fascinates me to find things and to explore things that are old. And I guess that's why I like my thrifting and that kind of thing so much, is because, you know, I love finding things that are still in existence, you know, this day and age that are so old. Especially if you do travel out of the United States to, say, Europe or whatever. Alright, so basically what I'm doing here is the main language in Egypt is Arabic, and this is Arabic. So I'm just covering all of my card in this paper just to give me a base to start with. It's going to be mostly covered up, but that's what we're going to start with. I can get it all glued down here. Okay, so that is that. Try to get my wrinkles out as much as possible. They don't have to be all out. Okay. So now I'm going to ink around it so that it, and put some splatters and stuff like that on it so it looks a little bit more aged. We can't be talking about exploring pyramids and digging in the dirt if we have a pristine card here. It kind of defeats the purpose of talking about things that are relics. There's a lot of mystery and stuff when it comes to invading tombs and things like that in the Egyptian culture. I'm sure that you guys know King Tut and all that, and being cursed because you enter the tomb and all that. You've probably seen the Mummy movie series with Brandon Fraser. Kind of comedy kind of thing. I'm sure you've seen Raiders of the Lost Ark, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's kind of what I think of. There's another movie that I saw, and I can't remember the name of it, where it's based on a true story, but this woman hires this guy to find treasures on her property, which is actually, I think he's looking for a sunken ship. But yeah, any of that kind of stuff just fascinates me. Okay, so next I have this partial map of Africa. And Egypt's up here in the corner of the continent of Africa. I'm wondering if I should outline that particular spot with my black pen. I think I will, so you can tell that that's what we're talking about. So I'm just going to take my pen here and just follow that white line. And make it just a little thicker. This paper has kind of a linen texture to it. So this pen's not wanting to be real smooth on that. Go around the outside too. I probably shouldn't do that on there because I'm going to end up going off of it and messing up my back page. Obviously, I can't talk and trace at the same time. Okay, so that's where we're talking about. And then I just went through, there were a couple items in the, I think I'm going to put that there, but I don't know for sure. There were a couple items in the antiquarian sticker book that I got out. One was this guy, and one was this, and then the rest of these, I have a picture archive book, and that's where the rest of these pictures that I have came from. All of these, and then I have a little stamp of the Egyptian flag. So we're just going to build a collage with all this stuff. This is out of that book as well. Some of the pictures are color and some of them are black and white. And I don't know if I'll use all of these, but I pulled them out just in case. But yeah, like I said, I would love to go someday and see the pyramids. I think that would be totally awesome. And I also like the story of Moses. 10 Commandments. I used to watch the 10 Commandments every year when they came on. You know, and used to, when it first came out, they showed it over several nights. And it was, you know, a big to-do. And my mom, it was one of the things that came on that she actually let me stay up past my bedtime to watch, you know, the whole thing, because even though it was split up, it was still, you know, quite long past what she considered to be our bedtime. And but whenever it came on, she would let us stay up and watch each night's entire show or entire portion of it. Now I think they just show it all at one time. I've not seen it in a while, but even that, was, you know, a theatrical marvel at that time. The parting of the Red Sea and the serpents and the snakes and all that kind of stuff. You know, you didn't see a lot of that kind of stuff on television. I don't feel like I got that edge. Or on movies, or, you know, I never saw it at the theater. I just saw it when it started coming on TV. Okay, so now let's see how we're going to put this together. I left two edges straight on this map, and of course this is only the top half of Africa. I couldn't fit in the whole thing. And then this is a picture of like the inside of a tomb or a pyramid where the writing, you know, and paintings are on the wall. And then, of course, I want her to be my focal point. She's beautiful. And then I have a more modern Egyptian lady. I think she's kind of cool in her little ornate clothes there. Like I said, I'm not sure how I'm going to lay this out. I'm just going to lay some pieces out and see. And then we have this guy. I'm sure he's some sort of pharaoh or royalty. I kind of wanted to put this across here. And then I have this picture, which is, I'm sure you can't see that well, but it's like a parade. I tried to find some palm trees, but I couldn't find any palm trees in anything that I have. If you hear a strange noise, it's my dog snoring. She's asleep on the floor. And I'm pretty sure that these two people are the same person. Kind of lose the map. But I like that. Okay, so that's what I think we're going to go with. even though you're going to lose a lot of the map, I think you can still kind of figure out where I'm going with that. The only other thing that I thought I was going to have to do was bring in some more of that color, but I think we're going to be all right. All right, so let's start gluing some of this down. I'm going to glue it all to the map first, and then we'll glue the map down to the page. That way I can be sure and get it all in the right spot. Yeah, I don't seem to have a lot of people that are participating in this particular challenge, and I don't know if that's because there's just no interest, or it's because you have so much going on in January that, you know, you just don't have time. So if that continues to be the if that continues, then probably what I'm going to do is move on to something else, because if nobody's engaging, then you know, I don't need to make a weekly video just because. There are other things that I can do to hopefully get more people engaged that I would rather do instead of trying to keep on with something that nobody's interested in. And again, I don't receive any money from YouTube. I'm not monetized or something like that. So that is not at all my deciding factor of whether I keep on doing something or not. My deciding factor is I want to do something that is going to interest you or perk your creativity to try something that I'm trying, or you know, craft along with me. And if what I'm doing, I'm not succeeding at that, then I would just as soon move on to something else that maybe you would like better. So we'll see how it goes. And like I said, if it doesn't, you know, pick up, then we'll move on to something else. And if you guys have any suggestions about what you would like to see me do, or you would like to participate in, please let me know. I'm always open for suggestions. Now I don't know where I want that. I think I want it right there. I'm sure it's not in the place that I started out with having it. That often happens when I'm collaging. I Don't want to cover up where it says Egypt. And then we have our lovely lady. Again. Okay, now I think I've got that map pretty well secure, except up here. Come on, glue. Haven't used it yet this morning. This morning it was a whopping 4 degrees. I know, heat wave, right? How about over the coldness? Okay. So there we go. There is my card for Egypt. And do tie in some splatters on the top here. Ta-da! Okay, let's draw our country for next week and see what we get. Take my little box up here. Reach in, pick one, just one, 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 one. All right. And we have for week 4, Norway. So next week we will be going to Norway. All right, that's going to do it for me for this one. And don't forget that if you are participating in this one and you post to social media, you can use the hashtag JunkJournalWorld25 and post your makes on there so that I and everyone else who is participating can see your beautiful work for each of the countries. And like I said, there is a playlist on my YouTube channel as well. So I will see you guys back soon for Junk Journal January. Until then, everybody take care. Bye.